You see, most wonders, in my experience, are things that get us to stop, breathe, and wonder at just how incredible God actually is. As a believer with a business, I want to encourage you to go and think more about Jesus. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, isn't that the most sensible thing that you could do? Jesus spoke to us about signs, wonders, and miracles. Over the past 3 weeks, I've spoken a lot about miracles. Miracles are everywhere. We didn't know how our speaking tour was going to get paid for, and then the money showed up. Without us asking for it, without me even praying for it in honesty, simply by us taking action, stepping out and doing his work, and waiting for the money to, well, we didn't even know if the money would arrive. Plan A was to stick everything on a credit card, the cost of this tour, and then deal with the credit card afterwards. But it was happening anyway. But I haven't recently spoken about signs and wonders. So I want to speak to you today about how you can find signs from him. And what is a sign? Well, a sign is simply like a thing at the side of the road. It points you in a direction. In my version of events, a sign is God giving us feedback, correctional feedback, to either keep us safe, put us on a path, or point us in a new direction if we're wandering off the path. A sign can be all sorts of things, and I know you've all experienced them. I mean, have you ever found yourself in some form of echo chamber? For me, it's when one person recommends a book to me, and I'm like, okay, mildly interesting. I get recommended, 400 books a year, blah, 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 fantastic, stick it on a list. 12 hours later, another coaching session, a completely different person, unrelated to the first person, recommends the same book to me. And over the space of a week or 2 weeks, 5 people recommend the same book for me. Then I go on YouTube and I go and see that somebody else is talking about this book, and it's like this book is pointing to me from all over the place. That for me is a series of signs from him, and it will get me to go and read a book. You see, the thing is that you're surrounded by signs the entire time in your business, and you're just not realizing it. Either we're too busy being busy that we put up blinkers and we stop observing fully the world about us. When we go to a game park here in South Africa, like Kruger National Park, that's full of leopards and lions and cheetahs and elephants and hippo and rhino and buffalo and giraffe and zebra, and the list just goes on. Often, if you drive really quickly, you miss all of the animals. But when you slow down and you let your vision go from here to here, you see more towards your left and your right, and you start to pick up more. I think also we're so busy looking for positive signs that we disregard the ones we don't like. Your car being banged into by somebody in a car park, that is a sign of something. You hitting your funny bone on something is a sign of something. Your computer not working is a sign of something. The power going off is a sign of something. You see, the entire time God is trying to communicate with you. And I think we forget that almost everything we experience is a sign away from one thing and towards another. You'll notice if you look back in your life or back through your business's life, everything seems to have happened for a reason to get you to where you are today. But how do you fully optimize his plan for your tomorrow? Because he has a prosperous plan for your tomorrow. It's to be aware that maybe you're not destined to be a plumber for the rest of your days. Maybe he needs you to become the employer of plumbers and the business owner. Is to be aware that maybe you're not supposed to go and be, the hangover. You're not supposed to be drinking so much on a Friday night. My pastor, Neil, people are telling him the entire time what a great teacher he is. Well, maybe that's a sign that he needs to stop being a farmer and start teaching about farming. He's a brilliant teacher, by the way. Neil, if you're watching this, your daughter's videoing it and I'm talking to you via YouTube. You're brilliant at it. But it's a sign. The sheer fact that I haven't planned this video and that came to my mind is another sign. You see, we're surrounded by signs the entire time, and we've just got to go and be more observant and recognize what they are. But then let's go and pick up on what's a wonder. Well, a wonder could be an incredible conversation with a new human being over a coffee. A wonder could be the by chance moment to go and observe a whale jumping out of the water, breaching. A wonder could be the calm quietness of sunset on a beach with a friend. You see, most wonders, in my experience, are things that get us to stop, breathe, and wonder at just how incredible God actually is. What a loving Father he is. How even the small opportunities can be significant. How fish and chips on a beach can just be beautiful. You don't need a fine dining restaurant. How a thank you from just one customer can be the recognition that you're missing. And the miracles? Well, miracles happen everywhere when you believe. But miracles only happen in your business and happen in your life when you give them space to happen. When you step out, you create space behind you. There's a void. And if we try and control everything all of the time and try our hardest to fill all of the space, we're unlikely to experience miracles because we haven't given God the space he needs to play in. And so maybe we should be looking as believers to go and give God space to go and do the miracles he wants to do. Maybe we should be taking bigger risks. Maybe we should be recognizing that as a believer, we have a unique, unfair advantage that means we've already won. Meaning that in life we cannot lose because we are already saved. Jesus already loves us. We already love Jesus. We're going to heaven. Therefore, we're a winner. And what if we lived our life like we were on a winning streak? Because you are. What if we were to run like Usain Bolt? We all hear about sports teams and sports people getting on a winning streak. What would happen if you were to do your business and your life like that? To be like a Michael Phelps, a Usain Bolt, a Springboks rugby team. I wonder what would happen in your life if you were to play like you've already won. What would you do differently? Or what are you going to do differently? Or how already are you playing like you've won? I'd love to know in the comments, please. God bless.